Okay, the last thing I need to explain to y'all is my mixtapes. For a little background information, I started rapping around late 2008, I want to say. Um, but, well, I started with a group. Well, I started, and then I got two of my friends to join with me. And after we wrote about like two or three songs, we wrote a good amount together. And then we started getting mentored by this man named Mr. Jones. And like well, I did. I don't know if they did, but I already had a pretty good idea of how to write. Like I knew how to write the structure. Like what I thought I did. Like I had a good idea, and he helped and mentored me, mentored us, and then taught us along the way. But the thing was, I'm thinking it was beneficial to the learning process, but we took a really, well, an extremely long time, like with everything. And so the material never really got done. Kept writing anyway, I kept writing, but uh, it was still teaching us, like teaching me different things. And well, the songs never got released. I mean, I never got to put them out. Uh, Cause like, I mean, I wanted to put my mixtape out like around my freshman year or sophomore year if it took that long, and it did take that long. Now I'm already in my senior year, and I'm barely gonna get it done. This is barely gonna be the first one. It's cause like we would take forever, just like learning like with one song. He'd still be teaching us using one song, and I don't know. It was just really stretched out. It was too much. He was always too busy and excuses. But that's really what happened. So now I have all this written material, and I've grown as an artist. You know what I mean? As a person and an artist, I've grown and matured. It started, leaving middle school as an eighth grader, going into a freshman in high school, uh, and now I'm already a senior, about to leave high school. So a lot of things have changed. I've matured and grown, and I have all these songs, but since they never got released, of course I've thought about it, like maybe just tossing them aside and just getting started with new stuff and putting that out. But I feel that I kept everyone waiting for too long, and so I want to at least show them that I wasn't just sitting around doing anything. Like I wasn't lying when I said I was gonna do music. I wasn't just being lazy and making up excuses. Because I mean, no one knows the reasons behind everything. I mean, now because I just told you the story. But I mean, really, everybody just thinks like, oh, okay, well, really, he just never put anything out. He just talked a lot of talk. So I just kind of want to show that I was putting in work, and it just never panned out. It just never happened. And another reason I still want to do it is because I want you to actually see the growth. Like I want you to see my growth as a person, as an artist. You'll be able to see my growth as an artist in the skill, in my lyrical ability, and the way I rap, and my delivery, and all that stuff. And you'll be able to see my growth as a person, my maturity, in both as an artist and as a person by listening to the things I talk about, like hearing my concepts and the themes in each song and the ideas. And you'll just be able to watch how I've grown and matured, and how my thought process has changed and everything. I just think it'll be really great. But the original idea was I was gonna put all my old material into one CD, right? Like, okay, here's all my old material. This is it. Boom, here it is. And I'll start showing you the new stuff soon. But I came to realize that I have too much old material to put into one CD, and so what I've decided is all the material is gonna be divided into three. I'm gonna I'm gonna release three mixtapes, and The first one is gonna be exclusive only to my fans. I'm gonna give it to y'all for free. Uh, those of y'all who are my fans, it is. And this is because the majority of this first mixtape is gonna consist of only my freestyles and like remixes that I've done. You know, like you know, like a song. You know, I remix someone's song and I did it, and that's really all it is. And I'm not really good at freestyles. And that's because they're from like way back in the day when I first started. So the freestyles are even worse, and so I want to get that out of the way and have that first. But I have to give it to my fans because the majority of it is already on Facebook. I posted them up, and I never really got any negative feedback from them. So I mean, y'all like it, so y'all will be able to embrace it and appreciate it. What I give to y'all. If I try to sell it to someone else, and I convince them to buy my music, and they go home and they take a listen to it, and they end up not liking it because it's my very first material and it's freestyles that I'm not good at, and for whatever reason it may be, and they don't like it, then I just lost a potential fan right there. So it's gonna be exclusive only to the fans for free. I'm gonna give it to y'all. I hope y'all like it, and the other two will be sold to everybody else. Now to the theme. I have this theme I want to have for all my mixtapes. I feel that, well, not that I feel it, but it's the truth. Like everybody has a story. Everybody's life is a story. It's their story, and it's a story that needs to be told. And so when I write music, I'm giving you, I'm telling you my story. I'm giving you a piece, because there's a reason that I'm writing a song. You know what I mean? Like I'm not just writing just to write. It's coming from somewhere, and there's a reason that I'm writing it, and I can't just make things up. Like it's taken from my life, so therefore, it's a piece of me. It's a part of my story, and so I want all my mixtapes to be a book. It's gonna be just one book, the book of my life, the story of my life. Because all the songs are a part of the story, right? Like I said, and so since these three mixtapes that I'm telling you about are from before, they're gonna be put as the prelude. Because I want all the mixtapes to be a book, and of course the book's gonna be called Natividad because it's about me. But these three mixtapes are gonna be put aside as the prelude because I want each mixtape to be a chapter in the book. And of course, it's not gonna have an ending, and when I die, that's when it's gonna end. It's just gonna end, or whenever you know I don't know. There's not a planned ending. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be another chapter in my life, another chapter in the book, and that's how it's gonna go down. So these three are gonna be put aside as the prelude because the prelude is the introduction and or the before time, and all this stuff technically is the before time because when I did them, I didn't plan this out. I didn't already have the idea that I wanted to make a book type thing with my mixtapes and have them as chapters. It would have been better organized. But so since I've gone to grow and mature, I don't want to have those as chapter one and chapter two and chapter three because they're not. Because that's before I was a different person. You know what I mean? And so I want that to be the prelude. Those three are going to be the prelude. Like it's going to be this one section. It's just going to be divided into three. And I'll tell y'all right now, the prelude is going to be called the Street Thug because that when I got me and my two friends together, that was what we called our group. It was called the Street Thugs. And so that basically embodies that before time pretty much for the most part. And so I want the prelude to be called The Street Thug. And so when I put out those three mixtapes, like the first one, it'll be, you know, Natividad, which is the title of the book, and then also my artist name, so it goes hand in hand. Natividad, Prelude, Part 1, The Street Thug, and then the name of that part. So that's what it is. And actually, the name of the first part is called Brainstorming in Theory and Practice. So just be ready for that. The songs, all the songs are already done. Of course, is just piecing everything together and trying to organize it in a way that seems fit, and just getting everything together. So just be ready. Everything's coming. That's really all I wanted to say. I know it was a lot. I know it was lengthy, but this was something that I need y'all to understand. I want y'all to understand what I'm doing with these mixtapes, well, what I want to do and what my goals are, and that way when I start putting them out, you'll better understand the idea of it, so you can understand that way. Because then you're gonna see this long title like Natividad, Prelude, the Street Thug, Part 1, Brainstorming in Theory and Practice, and be like, oh, like, what is this? You know what I mean? So all the mixtapes are a book of my life, because I'm telling my story. Each mixtape is another chapter in the book. We'll see where this road takes us, and it's coming. I'll try to keep y'all entertained with Lunar Vision in the meantime. Of course, it will still continue on, but just until I put them out. So I thank you for taking the time to watch this, and support me. Be a member of the Pride. Rip it, and take a listen.